you. And some interesting news coming out today. Just one more thing, we've got some memberships coming out soon in the channel, so that's in the works at the moment, and you should be able to have little emote icons, and you should be able to get reply things, and I'll let you know more when it's more sort of organized. But yeah, membership of the channel is coming up soonish, but and that'd be nice. So but right now we're looking at someone I don't like. I just don't like her. I can't say I do, because I don't like her. But I wanted to talk about her. I didn't want to talk about her, but I have to talk about her. And there she is. So what I wanted to talk about was how the media, this is a very interesting article from Los Angeles Magazine, and it's by Judith Newman, and she's talking about how the media fumbled the Johnny Depp Amber Heard verdict. And I think there's a lot to be said about this, and I wanted to sort of look at it because I keep reading these really hostile articles about Johnny Depp, and I keep wondering, did they even watch anything? Do they understand what they're talking about, or are they just regurgitating stuff they found on Twitter and just posting it without even thinking about stuff? But yeah, so let's have a little look about our least favourite human on the planet this year's how the media fumbled the Johnny Depp Amber Heard verdict. Many pundits were quick to conclude the opposite of what everyone, including myself, who watched the defamation trial had decided. So social influencers picked up the slack. This is Judith Newman. And she's saying, over the past week, so many mainstream media outlets became my Fredo. They broke my heart, they betrayed me, and you know what? They betrayed you too, and they did. They did. I won't make excuses for spending weeks watching gavel-to-gavel coverage of the Depp versus Heard trial. That's a conversation for her therapist, she says. But I now know that what I thought was harmless distraction turned into an important lesson akin to the sudden discovery that afternoon Chardonnay has health benefits. It also has health implications. Like the jury and the millions watching the broadcast of the trial, I saw how AH, a beautiful, deeply troubled woman, there she is, deeply troubled woman, had bullied and abused Johnny Depp, who is a supremely talented yet drug addict and vulnerable man. Both were vicious with each other, but there was a rare difference. Here the man was not the aggressor. Act heard verbally, mostly to his friends, he resembled a wounded animal, albeit one capable of a certain desperate, brilliant invective. He called her a sociopathic show pony. And let's have a look. Yeah, you're not wrong, my friend. In this particular case, at this particular time, AH defamed Depp by suggesting to the world via a ghostwritten op-ed, ghostwritten by the ACLU, as far as I understand, with her name in the byline, and that the beloved star was a this and a predator and this, and there was a mountain of evidence, both tapes and edited photos. I can't say these words because YouTube will demonetize me. Both tapes and edited photos. But even these tapes proved that he was not these things. And that's the problem for her. She then lied about her blackmailing. She leaked private information to the press. She lied again about donating the $7 million she was awarded in a settlement to charity. She has some sort of incomprehension of the two words pledge and donate. I ask you, sitting there, do you know the difference between the words pledge and donate? Do you? If someone asked you? Yeah, I thought you did. Yeah, I think everyone who speaks English understands the difference. As millions of us sat and witnessed AH's testimony and the rebuttals, she lied again and again and again and again and again and again. Recall that back in 2006, this Twitter and TikTok crowned villainess was Hollywood's it girl. She rather bravely spoke out about being a bisexual actress. at a 2010 Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation event. Oh, the irony. In 2012, she worked with Amnesty International, oh, the hubris, to raise awareness around immigration policies. Oh, the hubris of it all. Where's her dog? Heard is clearly an intelligent and socially minded woman. And as a bonus, as of April 2021, she's a single mother. She's going to be single a long time. She's a single mother to Una Page, perhaps the world's cutest baby girl, who I've not seen hide nor hair of, picture of, for a long time. But there you go. The trial's close watchers were largely satisfied after a lopsided verdict favouring Depp was announced on June the 1st. That was when the warriors of the establishment media stepped in, quick to conclude pretty much the opposite of what essentially everyone who watched the weeks-long trial had thought of the verdict. A headline from The Guardian: the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial was an orgy of misogyny. 1 second. This by Moira Donegan. The Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial was an orgy of misogyny. If you want to read this, it's a vile, vitriolic, snarling hatred. So this is from The Guardian. It's time to draw a line. It's time to believe women, all women. Really? I mean, some, definitely. Oh, please, may I introduce you to Lady Macbeth, Cruella de Vil, Marjorie Taylor Greene, my ex-girlfriend, New York Times columnist Michelle Goldberg, even called the trial a travesty that others will follow, and wrote that now other women will think twice about reporting abuse. Or maybe they'll think twice about lying and setting people up and blackmailing people. Perhaps this will be true, unfortunately, but the blame for any potential chilling effect would not fall on Depp, or should not fall on Depp, because he's not guilty of anything. And it doesn't make him guilty of the abuse because he was abused by someone. That's not how things work. You don't get to, feel guilty if someone steals money from you. No. The thing about being a survivor is that it requires more than just self-identification. Exactly. You either are one or you're not one. You may identify as a ballerina, but the chances of anyone mistaking myself for one are scant. Indeed so. Although I can do a good grand plie. Which of the large media organisations are the dumbest? Literally the lowest and the stupidest? Well, it was the Los Angeles Times that wins that award, and they wanted to bolster the idea that the jurors were too heavily influenced by the pro-Depp online army, and one reporter wrote, even witnesses seem to be influenced by the media coverage. At one point, actor Jason Momoa, star of Aquaman, testified via live video in support of his co-star Heard. Without prompting, he said, "Hi Camille," to Depp's high-profile litigator. Problem is that actually that didn't happen, did it? Heard's Aquaman 2 co-star never testified. The Times reporter apparently saw what they presumed and believed was a scoop, but it was a viral TikTok video. This is the Los Angeles Times. These people. And presented it as an actual trial moment in a June 1st report. The paragraph mentioning it was finally removed after some time. What can you do when you've got organisations that are acting like this? It's ridiculous, but it's uncanny, it's bizarre that a silly TikTok stunt got through to the media while little was heard in our papers of record and on TV news from the hundreds, perhaps thousands, of serious domestic abuse survivors. These creators and influencers were online daily to comment on what was happening in the Virginia courtroom, essentially saying Amber Heard doesn't speak for me, and in fact Amber Heard is a liar. Triggers me. Candice Rennie is one of the dozens of TikTok creators who had this type of message. Dear AH, I don't want you as my representative speaking for me. There are thousands and thousands of us that feel the same way. We watched the entire trial. Your accusations against Johnny Depp were false, and we could see it. I am an SA survivor, a survivor of narcissistic abuse, domestic violence, attempted murder. Survivors recognise other survivors, and we don't recognise you as a survivor. We recognise you as an abuser. We are so happy your ex-husband Johnny Depp won his defamation lawsuit against you. It's a big, huge victory for the domestic violence community. big victory for the domestic violence community to shift us all into a direction where we stop fixating on gender. Abuse is abuse. It can happen to anyone. Your loss didn't take women a step back, but it did change the narrative. So don't make this into a narrative about women and feminism. Finally, anger towards the establishment press's coverage of the trial is ratcheting up, as these news outlets are already facing waning faith and trust. Frankly, they can't afford this. We need the media to be great. The author shudders as she hears right-wingers attack the precious mainstream media, but the scant or contemptuous reporting on this trial from so many outlets has made me begin to understand how the right-wing mainstream media haters feel, because articles like this are outrageous. They don't understand the other side of things. They don't look for the other side of things. They always look at what the easiest line is, the most obvious line, and they can't see beyond that. And they're meant to be reporters. They're meant to be seekers of truth, people who go the mile and find the hidden secrets. But they're not. They're not at all. They just rope out the same old rubbish day after day after day, trotting out the same old lines, ignoring the fact that AH is literally blackmailing people. Literally blackmailing people. Let's have a look at this letter she sent from her lawyers. 3 days after Johnny Depp's mother died, she sends this blackmail letter. Please be advised, our firm has filed a petition for dissolution of marriage on behalf of Amber Heard. As you may be aware, you violently attacked Amber in her penthouse, several witnesses, photos, property damage, all discredited, all staged, all disbelieved by the court. This is not the first incident of domestic violence, they say, all disbelieved by the court. And Amber wishes to work quickly through this amicable resolution. What would she like to not take this to the media? Well, she wants money. She wants exclusive use and possession of a black Land Rover. And she would like you to carry on making all the payments on that Land Rover. Plus, she would like 3 penthouses on 849 South Broadway, penthouses numbers 1, 3 and 5 for herself and her lax spittles. And you, of course, will carry on paying the mortgage, the utilities and everything else. You will pay her another £100,000 for her attorney's fees, if you believe that they'll go to her attorneys. You are quite delusional. £25,000 for forensic accounting costs. If you believe that's going to go to them, you are delusional. All of that's got to be paid to the firm by close of business on 5 p.m. 3 days later. I mean, I've read some blackmail letters before, usually on movies, but this is for real. 3 days after his mother dies. She's a nasty piece of work. So, Amber Heard and Johnny Depp are going to be, there's going to be another documentary, which is a graphic documentary, they say. This is the mainstream media again, coming from Discovery Plus. It's going to be a follow-up from the previous one they did, and this time it's going to be a forensic account of the key evidence and turning points of the case from both sides, they say. It will examine in graphic detail the struggles inside the dysfunctional and turbulent A-list marriage. So it's a documentary, so it's unbiased and fair and just and true and faithful. Yes, of course not. The first episode reportedly covers the trial from Depp's side. Oh yeah. Looking into his abusive childhood and drug dependencies, right? To present an alternative version of events that showed Johnny to be the victim of domestic abuse. So an alternative to what the court found? Right. So, and the second part of the series, there's a 2-part series. The second one will focus on Amber's side, including her detailed description of alleged SA told on camera for the first time, so no one gets a chance to counter or disprove any of her claims, and how advocates of Depp mercilessly attacked her via social media. Well, that sounds incredibly fair and just. Fantastic. So yet again, the Metro. And what can you do? What can you do? They've got the narrative, they're going to push it. It doesn't matter what the truth is. They don't worry about truth, facts or anything. They just couldn't care less. Literally couldn't care less. For a person who's literally blackmailing people. I mean, it's literally blackmail. So what do we got? What else is going on in the fun world of Johnny Depp? Well, Johnny Depp is going to give a speech, a video speech, on the 17th of September. It's the 8th of September right now. So in 9 days' time, he's going to give a speech at the Tashkent International Film Festival by video. And it's going to be after his filming or screening of his film. If I show you this news article here, they're going to screen his film Minamata, which is here. Minamata. Apologies for it being in Russian. If I can just translate that. Yeah. So there's going to be a meeting. Johnny Depp, Andrew Levitas will present a joint work at the 14th Tashkent International Film Festival. So they're going to show this film, Minamata, and then after the film, they are going to, after watching the film, an online discussion of the film will take place together with the star tandem. So it's Johnny Depp and Andrew Levitas are going to give an online discussion about the film, possibly about other things, probably just about the film. So that will be very interesting. I'm going to try and work out how we can watch that. It's on the 17th. Did I say 17th or did I say 19th? If I look at the program, it is 17th. Yeah, it's down here. Screening of the film Minamata, and it's at 7 p.m. I don't know whether that's 7 p.m. Tashkent time or 7 p.m. UTC, GMT. Well, I don't know. So I'm going to have to work that out as well. So yeah, on the 17th at 7 p.m. it's going to be this filming. It's going to be 9 p.m. it finishes, I'm guessing, and then there's going to be an online discussion with Johnny Depp on video with Andrew, and that will be very interesting. So so that's all good for Johnny Depp, Andrew Levitas. So that's all good. So let me know your thoughts of what is going on. Oh, this guy Armand Assante, he's going to be hosting the film festival in Tashkent. He's going to Tashkent, which is capital city of Uzbekistan. Yep. And very interesting. And I'd like to see what's going on with that. That's a press conference, I think. That's a recent one. You can look at their Facebook group. So let me know your thoughts. Sorry, this has been a long video. I was just getting annoyed with the media, just outrageous. And probably get banned, but there you go. Yeah, you've got to say something every now and then. And let me know your thoughts. Press the old like button, subscribe button. There's going to be membership to the channel soon, if I'm not banned by the mainstream media. And I will see you guys later.